Hell Driver. Fuck yeah. All right. It's a Japanese B horror movie with
Okay.
zombies in it with antlers.
Zombies with
Uh,
antlers.
yeah, there's a scene where the good guys are driving away in a car, and the zombie bad guy needs to keep up with them. They're smart, and so he orders the other zombies to come together, and they form a car out of their bods, and he gets in on top of it, and their wheels are made out of zombies, and they go. Later they make a plane out of zombies.
That does sound pretty good.
Yeah, I think she fights a fetus monster. It's it's a pretty good movie.
Uh, all right. Well, we're back with the Circle of Flame crew here. Um, Reanimating ghosts, cavorting with demons.
Let's not make this all about me.
Okay, you're right. We have to get Dan as a part of it at some point. And we'll have to talk about those things. And we'll have to deal with it. So I thought about. Well, we need to go to downtime. It's time for some downtime. You guys aren't very beat up. Uh, you're you're all doing pretty
Yeah.
hot, actually.
Yeah, we're the opposite of the Thursday group.
Thursday group got messed up. They got messed up real bad.
Yeah, I saw.
They got they
We
got
got our shit kicked. That's what happened.
They got shot a bunch. It was pretty rough. It was pretty tough for them. But you're not doing even nearly as good as the Tuesday group because those kids were blowing it up. Crits left and right.
Hey, you can't have everything, you know.
It's
Some
true.
healthy intermediate.
It's true. So we did our end of session last time, but we didn't do our payoff. So, yeah, let's do the payoff. So the crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target of the score is higher tier, they take +1 rep per tier higher. And if they're lower tier, they take -1 per tier lower. And your target was a pretty high tier.
He was tier 4.
Yeah, it's the foundation. So the Circle of Flame is going to get 3 rep for that. Oh, I already did their rep. Okay. Then there is payoff. You also earn coin reward based on the nature of the operation. You guys didn't do much to earn coin. I think you might. In the next score, you might earn some coin. But I don't think we got any coin this time.
I don't think so.
And then there's heat. After a score or conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat. Add 1 heat for a high profile or well-connected target. Add +1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. Didn't. Add +1 heat if you're at war. Nope. Add +2 heat if killing was involved. Everybody who's dead was already dead to begin with. So it was smooth and quiet. You guys did, like, get in and out, it was pretty easy. So that's just 1 heat, which is pretty good. Oh, I got a bunch of heat off you guys for rolls, though. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So you are at 5 heat anyway, regardless.
It's okay. We have Dan.
We got Dan. He'll take care of it.
I resent that.
Here's the question, though. This is a fun question. So, who wants to roll the entanglement?
Dennis can roll it.
Sure.
Dennis can roll it.
You did the talk.
I did do the talking. So, what am I rolling?
It's just a fortune roll, 1d6.
All right. 2.
Easiest thing in the world. A 2 is gang trouble or questioning. One of your gangs or cohorts causes trouble due to their flaws, lose face, forfeit rep equal to tier +1, or make an example of one of the gang members, or face reprisals from the wrong party. If you lack a gang or other cohort with a flaw, there's no entanglement. Or questioning, the Bluecoats grab an NPC member of your crew, or one of the crew's contacts to question them about your crimes. Well, I don't think you guys did enough to warrant questioning, I think.
The crows, that detect dead bodies or whatever, do they freak out when ghosts are around, or? Because I did do a lot of that. I did that twice. So there would have been heightened ghost activity, I guess.
Or is that just Spirit Warden's job?
My spectrometer.
No, I think it's going to be something else, because
Okay.
we did make a clock last time called Burn Notice.
Yeah.
You guys did some questionable shit.
You could say that, or, we got the job done.
Yeah.
We did what we had to. Kind of.
We did everything we absolutely had to.
Yes. There was no other way.
So there's a problem with some of the cult members. So the Cult of Kotar, this is the adept cohort of the Circle of Flame. They are loyal and tenacious, but principled and savage. It's not the savage playing in here, it's the principled. And the problem with being principled, the problem that arises, is that members of the cohort, I think there's a ringleader of some kind. Word is getting around that you all are playing out on the razor's edge.
Dan, I told you to keep it under your hat.
And that people think there's going to be problems coming out of that. And I think that they are talking. There's talk among them, right? That we need to not cut ties with you guys, not sail you down up the river yet. But that what is it? Okay. I've got it. Yeah, there are guys talking about just nipping this thing in the bud and like selling out Corbin. Yeah, selling him out and forcing his hand, rather than like go through something where we summon his ghost wife into a body, right? And doing a bunch of hoop jumping in order to get information from him that he should just fucking give us, right? We should just blackmail him, right? Because things should be kept secret, and we shouldn't have to risk exposure. That's kind of the word getting around.
Okay.
They're not necessarily going to act on it, depending on... Well, not yet anyway. So, this is gang trouble. The cultists are spreading... There are rumors spreading among the cultists that this needs to happen. You either can lose face, and you give up rep equal to tier +1, which would basically be all the rep you've gained for the Circle of Flame.
Right.
Or you make an example of one of the gang members. However you'd like to do that. Or you face reprisals from the wrong party. So if you do nothing, this is going to make Corbin wary.
I don't know. I mean, making an example of a dude sounds like the best option. I don't really care about the rep of this gang, but I don't know. It sounds like something that we'd want to keep for them, I guess. What do you guys think? Because I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, doing nothing is boring. I'm fine with making an example of someone. I don't know how.
Show them how we do it in prison.
Yeah, okay.
So somebody shanks Dan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we make an example of one of the naysayers or whatever.
Okay. What is your idea for doing that?
I don't know, do you guys have a normal way of doing this?
No, not really. Just send him a ghost.
Just send him a ghost. Okay, Dan, anything? I'll send him a ghost. I don't care. It seems like we're just
Yeah, I
doing
was
that
actually
ghost call.
serious.
No, I mean, I'll
find
I'll
the one
do
guy.
it.
Just gotta find one of those guys that's talked about just turning Corbin in. We just fuck him up. Say we do it our way.
Yeah. Do you know how to fuck people up though?
You can shake
Well,
him. You
the
can
fuck
beat him.
part.
You can ghost him.
I could ambush
You can shake him with
someone
a
in the
ghost.
alley. That I could do.
Yeah, like
But I think the ghost is more stylish.
it's scarier. Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, I'll do it. I don't care.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. I gave you guys the chance to not do this, but sure, I'll ghost him. Yes.
Wait. Just blackmail. Okay. So the ringleader's name is Keller.
Keller.
Keller is the ringleader of a group spreading talk that the gang should just blackmail Corbin. Right now, it's contained among the gang itself. But it would spread soon. So, Jean, how is it that you're going to shut this guy down? Where do you find him?
So he's like a gang within the Circle of Flame, or like their cohorts or something.
Yeah, he's one of the adepts, one of the cultists. They mostly stay below the Centralia Club. Yeah, and there's probably a few gathering places down there.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do it in the club. That sounds like a bad place to do it.
Okay.
I imagine they have I imagine they don't live there, though, or down there. So maybe on his way home or something. Or maybe if... I don't know, if Keller's much of a drinker or anything, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. At night when he's going home...
Okay.
I want a ghost to just scare the shit out of him, but I guess not just any ghost. Because I have a ghost here that kind of likes Corbin.
Snitcher.
So...
maybe I can do that. I don't know. It seems like her being inside. I don't know. All right, so I guess before I just say it, because, he gave me the mirror. He gave me the locket thing. I guess my first question is, like, she's in this fucking mirror. So if I look at her, or if I look at the mirror, like, if I were to command her out, would I be able to put her back in? Like, I don't even know how she got in here, I guess. I might just do a normal ghost. Any
Don't
old
you have
ghost.
like the ghost of a snitch?
Yeah, I have a snitch ghost.
Yeah.
I do have a friend who can do it. He can.
Yeah, I think the ghost in the locket is... Yeah, it's not normal the way it's put in there.
Okay. All right. Cool. Then yeah, I'll have the snitch ghost do it. And okay. All right. Fine. Then we will do it at the club.
Okay.
I want the snitch ghost to possess that guy, and I want him to make an absolute fucking shithead of himself, in front of all of his fucking dumb friends. And sure, maybe it's not gonna hurt him, but when it leaves, right? Like, obviously everyone's gonna think he's laughingstock, but also he's gonna realize that something really fucked up happened to him, ain't he?
So beneath the Centralia Club, yeah, they don't have quarters or anything, but they have a ritual sanctum. They have an offertory,
Right.
And they have a vice den. There's sort of a warehouse down there where they keep illicit, arcane shit of all kinds.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to ghosts.
Well, it doesn't mean that being possessed by a ghost and threatened isn't a harrowing experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, where do you find this guy? You say you're catching him among friends?
Yeah, he's at the club, right? Like, he's in this... I imagine I'm allowed down there if I'm working for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, I'll be down there just sort of, like, shooting the shit with some people. I probably don't know them. I'm just like, oh, you're hot. Like, let's hang. And, talking, handing out business cards, and like, hey, come to my parties. And yeah, that's if I see him at one of his tables, like talking to his friends or something, and I don't know, shooting eyes at me or something, that's when.
Okay. Yeah, he's walking through a hallway, and I think it's kind of dark down here, and there are some lamps around, but yeah, they mostly keep coal lamps down here. Electroplasm, disturbs some of the activities they get down to. So you're standing around in sort of a shadowy hallway talking to some people, and you see him and a group of 2 or 3 walk by, and they don't look at you or anybody else you're talking to, but that's really the set off, right? They don't even acknowledge you.
Sure.
Yeah, and the people you're talking with, everything sort of goes quiet as they walk by, and you see them go off into like a storehouse, as if they're going off to the back somewhere to talk privately. And I think down here they all wear... I see them wearing white robes that... and I guess they have maybe, I was going to say a sash system for like rank or honor or whatever, but if I give them red sashes, then that's going to get confusing. So he's got some gold chains on with like amulets and stuff. And like medallions and things, artifacts he's acquired.
They have a bling system.
Yeah, they have a bling system. And his lackeys behind him, they all have like just like a single silver chain, right? They're baby cultists.
Where's Johnny Depp? I'm sure he's the leader.
That's fine. That's perfect. Keller is Johnny Depp.
Okay.
And yeah, he just comes walking straight by, doesn't even acknowledge you. There's just this awkward, silent moment, and he heads back toward a back area. What do you do?
Right. I mean, I want to put a ghost in his pod. I'm with some people.
Yeah, they start to try to awkwardly pick up the conversation again.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes,
Hey, hold that thought. Come with me a second. This is gonna be real funny. Trust me. It'll be great. And I'm like gesturing the way they went.
Okay. Okay. Where to?
Just watch. Come on. Just. That Keller guy. He's gonna put on a show for us. It's gonna be perfect.
Oh, Keller. Sure. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, they
Right. Perfect. And yeah, like I think like we're in the hall. I have like a bottle of like wine or something that I took from like inside. I'm like just pouring like little cups for them, like make sure they all have something to drink. And yeah, I'm gonna go into that like wherever they went, the warehouse or something. I don't want to like walk all the way up to them. I want to be like, if they're on like in a corner of the warehouse, I'm by the door, sort of. But yeah, that's when I want my ghost snitch friend. I want him to jump his bones.
So Clyde, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, and these other 2 guys with you, and they're trying to say, for what it's worth, I think he's being ridiculous. When the other guys, shut up.
Don't worry about it. He's I don't really care what he thinks.
So what is it? You want the ghost to just like inhabit him and do what exactly?
Like, if he's like off talking to his friends, being all shady and cool in the corner, I want him to make a fool of himself. I want him to, like, he's got all these like robes and chains. I want him to, like, I don't know, like maybe
Stripping
like
and grovel.
maybe like grab, like snap the chains, right? Like sort of like grab him and yank, or like rip his shirt open. Like just do something fucking ridiculous. That's really weird and unsettling, and like, what the fuck's going on? And then I want Clyde to leave. And then I want, the other guy, when the ghost jumped out of him, he felt sick and horrible.
Yeah.
And I think this guy, knowing what ghosts are and what they do, I think he'll fully understand what happened. And we're going to be in the room, right? So.
Yeah. So what are you rolling for Clyde to help you here?
Let's see. Where's my sheet? So. I'm not ordering him around. I don't think I'm commanding him. I gotta find the thing again. What they all mean. There's a lot of crossover.
I think it's still the tune.
It could mean it could be a tune, maybe. I'm dealing with ghosts. He's a friend of mine. Maybe I'm consorting, like talking to my friends, getting them to, like, help me out.
Okay.
Either one works. I don't care.
Sure.
Or maybe they don't both.
It's up to you.
Don't you have an ability for this?
I have a move, but like that's if I'm just grabbing a ghost, right? Like forcing one here to and forcing it to obey me.
Yeah.
If it's a friend of mine, then I'm sure I can just ask him to do me a solid. But let me look at a tune. If I can find it. Open your mind to the ghost field or other environment. You might communicate with a ghost or understand aspects of spectrology. You could try to perceive beyond. I don't know, if I use a tune, if that's the thing I want to do, would it be perceived that I'm commanding him to do something in a way, or is it just like I'm dealing with ghosts, so I'm doing this?
So, what I would say is that if you're attuning, you are definitely like channeling something into the ghost field here, which I think is good, because a ghost on the loose, it could be like you are protecting him, right? If there are wards or protection or anything like that, then you're helping to bolster Clyde by attuning, right?
Okay. Then I'm attuning. I don't want my friend getting hurt.
Okay. So
it's like the absolute worst place to do this.
Yeah. If it goes bad, it is.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
What effect are you at? I think this guy is used to dealing with this kind of stuff. I think you have limited effect. You can definitely push yourself to greater effect, but your position is, I think you're controlled. It seems controlled.
Okay, so if I push it to risky, I'll be at standard.
Yeah, and you can push yourself forward, and I can offer devil's bargains.
Does bumping up to the next tier of difficulty or whatever, like, does bumping up to risky cost me stress, or is that just
no?
That's good enough.
That's just
okay.
You doing that. But you will I do need to hear how you make it riskier.
Um. Yeah. Okay. All right. Um. Well, okay. I guess like limited effect. What would that mean? Like it just doesn't work as long, or like, because
It will, you'll scare him and you'll shut him down for now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably start a clock for him to like, you know,
Bounce back.
yeah, regain his footing or whatever.
If I'm at standard, then he'll be shut up for at least a while.
Yeah,
Like,
it would take
yeah,
something
something greater.
Yeah, a real change in the situation. And of course,
Okay.
greater effect is he'll never question you again.
Go desperate.
Okay. So, can you? All right. Now, when you spend stress, you can do it to get extra dice. What else can you do with that if you push yourself?
Push
Can you
yourself
do
for
with
2
that?
stress. You can either take an extra die or you can bump your effect level up.
Okay. Now, question:
Mm,
if I took a devil's bargain,
mm,
provided you had one,
I do.
if I took one, could I then push for extra effect or no? Not at all. Okay.
No.
So let me hear your bargain.
Well, the bargain is um the bargain is that Clyde wants to stay. Clyde's like,
Okay.
look, man, you're trying to put band-aids on people. Let's wrap this one up. For good.
You have this horrible problem, Justin, where you give me these bargains, but they just sound like good things.
No, man. No.
It just sounds like a good thing, though. And he's my friend. Clyde's
until he comes
You're-
back to the world.
You're right. Let me explain why it might not be a good thing. Usurping a member of the cohort of the Circle of Flame and turning them into a vampire might piss somebody off.
Yeah.
Might piss somebody off real bad.
But what if he's better than Keller?
I mean, yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the risk.
All right.
To say the least, you wouldn't want anybody finding out about this until you have quite the portfolio of why he's better than Keller.
Yeah. I want him to stay.
I mean, that's you, man. Like, it's
Yeah,
totally up to
man.
you.
Yeah. No. It's yeah. You know.
Yeah, whatever you choose. I even want to help.
Todd, my electric friend, you've been wonderful for me these past years, and I think it's time for me to do something for you. You can stay.
Okay. So that's going to give you an extra dice.
Right.
Are you pushing this up to risky or desperate?
Well, if he's gonna stay in the body,
That makes the overall thing more risky, for sure.
well, no. What I mean is, like, what does limited effect mean now? If he's gonna be in the body, like, there's a battle of the minds.
Yeah, it takes time. The spirit will stay, but he's slowly going to eat away control. Right.
Is that something that you can feel?
Yeah, probably in more ways than one.
Okay, well, I can't let that be then. I can't let that be the case then. Okay, all right, I have to make it risky then. I'm already in the room. The idea was already that he was going to look at me and be like, "Oh, this bastard." So I mean, I guess that was the normal situation.
Yeah.
I don't know what would make this riskier.
He sees the ghost coming.
Yeah. If you make it clearer that a ghost is attacking him, or if you expose yourself more, right? If you walk up
maybe
and
your eyes glow or something.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, sure. If like being near him is like better, because I don't want the ghost to be more obvious, because then it'll be more obvious that he didn't leave.
yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Fine. I'm at the door. I guess just here. I'll give you one of these cups. Just you guys stay here. This will be great. And yeah, I walk up, like swagger up, to him and his group. And I do it loud, right? I'm like, my heels are clicking on the floor. Kala, my man. I knows you didn't say hello. That's fine. I pour him like a little drink. Like, you want some? I hear it's great.
Okay. Do we have any helper dice from the crew?
Yeah. I want to help him somehow. Like, could I have stolen
Ooh,
this guy's charms?
sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sure. One of his like medallions or whatever on his chest is totally a ghost bane charm. But you swipe
replaced
that.
it with something like some cheap jewelry.
Yeah, mark a stress. That's perfect.
Fuck yeah. All right.
And I did research on their other defenses that they typically employ, and I relay that.
Sure. What else would that be?
Well, like defenses in the mind. How to fight a ghost actually possessing you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like maybe they have mantras or something, or litanies that like focus the mind against attacks.
Yeah, and if you flash porn at that, it goes to pieces.
I like that. I like that as a like, not because it's porn, but because it's like a real like weird distraction.
Yeah, you come up with the drink and you hold it up, and he's taking that as like a challenge, and he's just like, very good, and he takes it and he starts to drink it, kloop, 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 and yeah, he's going to just drink it all in one gulp, and there's a line of liquid that runs down his chin, but it's not red like wine, it's sort of clear and briny. And he like chokes. Yeah, let's have that attune roll then.
Okay, so tune. It's risky.
Have 2 extra dice for 3.
Standard. 3 extra dice because I took the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you're both helping me. All right. 6.
Nice.
There's a buttload of dice. So yeah, Clyde is.
Right. He's still supposed to make a show. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Like do a split or something.
Yeah. So when he drinks it, he like coughs. And the other 2 guys are like, "What the? Are you okay?" And he says, "Damn it, I'm fine." He like breaks a glass over one of their faces.
On their face? Jeez.
Yeah, he smacks this like wine glass over the guy's face. He's just like, "Ah!" And he says, "It's good stuff." And he like whips off the chains and like starts whacking around at them. And they're completely fucking confused by what he's doing, right? But you even hear his voice change to like a Clyde-ish tone, right?
Right.
And he said, yeah. And he says, "The man was right. Now give me that goddamn bottle." And he like just rams half the bottle down his throat, right?
Yeah.
And he says, they're like clearing off, confused and embarrassed. And he says, I think it's been 40 years since I had a bottle of wine. I'm gonna keep this one.
Ah, go for it. And like, my man Keller. I'm like, you put a hand on him, I'm like gesturing at like my dudes in the corner.
And he's like, do I have to stick with that name?
Give it a few days. Change it slowly.
Slowly. All right. All right. And,
I love that conversation now. I don't really like Keller anymore. I think I'm more of a Clyde man.
Okay. Well, you're gonna change your contact to Keller.
Yeah.
In parentheses, possessed by Clyde.
There we go. See, look. Ghosts are the answer to all problems.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, though. Does Clyde like me more? Because I'm letting him stay.
Ooh. Yeah, that was worth the bargain. This is something that I'm not going to forget.
Fuck yeah! All right.
Yeah, you can add him as a favorite contact for sure.
Cool. I got 2 best friends now.
But the demon and the possessing ghost.
It's perfect.
Fashion model.
Get that bastard Bruno out of here.
Okay. Well, that was a hell of an entanglement. We got caught up in some business there.
Yeah.
The next part is downtime. Let's at least get a downtime. I think we got time from Curio and Dan. So
Okay.
do you guys have something in mind for a downtime move?
What's a long-term project? How does that work?
Whatever you want it to be. You can craft things. We were talking about this with your leech, right? Where you can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, any player, any character can build any of the things that a leech has, but they have to roll to do it, right? You can craft special items or weapons. You could pay to have them done also, right? You can get a friend to help make that thing. You can change pretty much anything and everything, right? So like what Eric was talking about at the very beginning, like, oh, let's just build a whole new lightning barrier. That would have been several long-term projects chained one after another. That's how I'd have done that pretty much.
Okay.
You can name pretty much anything. You could name Become the Emperor. That's going to be a lot of clocks. It's going to be a lot of steps. We've got a long way to go, but pretty much anything and everything can be a long-term project.
Okay.
I like the idea that you're doing it on the side.
Just
You know,
it's a weekend thing. It's my hobby. Buy a castle, you know.
thief by trade, emperor by hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to start working on something.
Sure. What's that?
It's gonna be like a special, like automatic lockpicking mechanism.
Okay. This is cool. This is God. This is first in the like the pre-version, the pre-release version. This was only for rituals. But in the full version, this is for
Oh, man.
every aspect of it. So during downtime, a PC can tinker with special materials and tools to produce strange alchemicals, build or modify items, create sparkcraft gadgets, or enchant arcane implements or weapons. The system for each method is similar, with different details depending on the nature of the project. To invent a formula for a new alchemical concoction, or the plan for a new item of your design, you need to study it as a long-term project. Most new formulas or designs will require an 8-segment progress clock to invent and learn. The player and the GM answer questions about the invention to define what it will do in play and what is required to create it. See below. The player records these answers in their notes for future reference. So there are literally 4 questions, and it's you asking questions and me asking questions. I'm gonna modify your notes just to show it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not touching anything.
Okay, yeah. I'll just get them formatted so it's a little readable. Okay, so if you look in your bio and info, I've added the questions. So it says GM asks, yada yada yada, player asks, yada yada yada. So first, I ask. First, I ask, what type of creation is it, and what does it do?
Yes, it's a mechanical clockwork creation, and it basically forces a lock quickly.
Okay. And then you ask me the next question.
Okay, let me write it down. What's the minimum quality level of this item?
So the magnitude of the effects. So it opens locks quickly, and it does it automatically.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's look at the magnitude. So the area is... it's small. So that's a 0. Its duration... Okay. Let me ask another clarifying question. When you say automatically, you don't have to touch it? You don't have to be near it? You just like set it on a lock and it does it on
set it, touch a button, and it does it.
Okay. So that's probably what's going to increase it more than anything. I think that's a 3. It's not really across the city because you still have to set it with your hands, right? But you could set it and walk down the road. And then the quality, the force of it. It's just for locks. I think this is magnitude 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll create, it'll take a tier 4. Or, yeah, quality 4.
So 0 area, you said? Do I have to write the
Oh, you don't worry about that. No, you don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
I was just kind of, rationalizing according to the magnitude. So now I ask, what rare, strange, or adverse aspects of this formula or design has kept it in obscurity and out of common usage?
I think what's kept it out of common usage is that sometimes it's loud, like really loud.
Okay. So it could be loud. Okay. And then the last question you ask me.
What drawbacks does this item have, if any?
Well, I think you named one.
Yeah.
One of them is conspicuous. This creation doesn't go unnoticed. You take +1 heat if it's used any number of times on an operation. And the second one, I'm not going to say unreliable, because if you build the thing, then the only thing that would make it unreliable is if it broke. And then it would only be a problem because it's going to be difficult to put back in working order if it does break. So I think the other drawback is complex. You'll have to create it in multiple stages. The GM will tell you how many. One downtime activity and crafting roll is needed per stage. So yeah, you've got to make really good lock picks, right? They can't just be bent wires. They have to be sturdy and they have to be like fine-tuned. And then you've got to create this whole apparatus that can tune the lockpick to each lock, kind of thing. So that's going to be two stages that you'll have to do this in.
2 clocks. Okay. I'm gonna call one flawless lockpicks and the other something else.
Okay, so yeah, you'll have to study it, and then it'll take 2 stages to actually build the thing.
Okay.
So you actually want to add 3 clocks to your list. So yeah, you've got flawless picks, auto pick, and you need the study for it, and that's an 8-part clock.
Okay.
Cool. Now that's not even a downtime move yet, so you can study as a part of your long-term
Yeah, I'm gonna
project.
study this thing.
Cool.
Have a Siren study. So
you can still get help. And you can still spend coins if you have them to bump up the quality when you roll, but yeah. Do we have any help for Lurk's auto pick?
Does helping give up a downtime thing?
No.
Sure.
Controlled position?
There's no position on a long-term project.
Sure. I'll help him this one time. I can't do it too many times because I have a lot of stress. But I'll help him this. He did me a solid, so I'll help him like read boring ass books about lockpicks and how locks work.
Yeah, maybe like you summon a ghost that knows how to.
No, I'll do it myself. I can read.
Well, yeah. And if you can bring in a friend, Curio.
Oh, I know someone. Well,
Yeah.
I know Frake.
Yeah.
He's a locksmith.
Cool. So, yeah, that's now you're rolling 2 dice.
Yeah, and I'm going to push myself.
Okay. Just burning the midnight oil.
Yeah. Cool. God damn it.
Okay,
Well,
slow going at first.
Yeah, minimal progress.
So the first one is just one segment on the study.
Okay.
All right. Dan, do you have your first downtime?
I want to create a portfolio of blackmail material on the blue coats or their various officers.
On the bluecoats, you say?
Yes.
Okay, that definitely sounds like a long-term project. Okay, so you're just in your downtime. You're just like trying to scum up blackmailable material about the bluecoats.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, how do you go about doing that?
A whole lot of snooping, a whole lot of asking around.
So you start just on the streets.
Well, they obviously have the least opinion of the blue coats, so they're the most willing to talk.
All right. You can add this to your sheet as an 8-part clock. Snooping on the bluecoats, I guess. And what are you rolling there? What's that action you're doing? Dan?
Oh, here I am muted, talking to myself. It's either study or consort, and since it's asking around, I think it's more consort than study.
Sure. Do you have a... Are you asking a certain person you know? Who are you going to for this information?
I'm gonna go hang out with the grinders.
Oh, who do you...
talk to them?
Who's the person you know in the grinders?
Oh, Craig.
Craig. Okay, Craig and the grinders. Well, add him to your list of strange friends. So what do the grinders get up to? They get up to... You guys have it in my head, since the both of you tried to pick them so much, that there's some kind of sex gang. They're a vicious gang of former dockers and Leviathan. Oh, that's because you both turned them into a sex gang. You really did.
Yeah. It's their hobby.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, roll your consort. You have an extra dice for Craig.
Craig dice.
Roll your Craig dice.
So it doesn't matter what position I'm in.
Nah.
And then standard, whatever. And then the bonus dice, 1.
Boom.
Critical.
Dan, you powerhouse.
I'm power pervin over here.
Power pervin. Listen, that's not going to be a catchphrase. I want you to listen to me. That's 5 progress. Damn, you hear about some shit. Yeah, the bluecoats are having problems with something. Something's going down. They're trying to move something in the next couple of days. And they're using the docks, or the boats, the canals. They've hired a third party, a different gang, some low tier, no name, bunch of nobodies to move something from the blue coat office, right? The blue coat, I don't know, barracks in the docks to somewhere else. And it's bad. And he says something arcane. Something not of this world. So that's something you can follow up on.
Oh joy.
Cool. Okay, let's take our break now. We'll come back and do some more downtime.